Hey, what's up, my people? Welcome to the Red Light Special Live. I'm your host, Yaminah Legohn, aka Madame Yams, aka Madame Red. You know, it's Thanksgiving Eve, and we here to chat with y'all just a little bit. You know what I mean? Welcome to the Red Light Special Live. Okay, let me bring in my co-host, the one and only Mr. Ghetto Stiletto, Apollo City. What's up?
What's going on?
You know, just over here, been working today, doing some presentations. I did my How to Hustle Smart. Shout out to Brooklyn Community Pride Center. So I'm over here spreading how to hustle. You know what I mean? How to hustle smart. What's good with you? I know you're getting ready for your Black Friday sale for your Ghetto Stiletto clothes merchandise.
Yeah, trying to get everything together for the Friday and the weekend. You know, it's the week of sales, so
Yeah,
you got to get prepared. It's a lot going on with all that because, I'm not. Everything's online. Everybody's doing online shit. Ain't nobody trying to be out there fighting these people.
ain't nobody trying to know. It really is online. That's just where we at right now. And to me, I like to shop online for a few things, but other things I like to be there, especially when it's clothes because I'm a curvy girl. You gotta be some pants. I gotta try them mofos on before I buy them. I got small feet, so
Okay.
you know what I mean? Those kind of things. But like other things, like if I know it's a good size, like the sweatshirts and things like that, I can rock that if it's stretchy. So, but other things, food, I like to go to the grocery store to get food.
That's another fight I ain't trying to do. I ain't fighting nobody for the last turkey, for the last can of cranberry sauce. I'm not doing none of that.
Well, what's your plan for tomorrow? I call it the Indigenous Peoples Day. You know what I mean? I just think of Thanksgiving as a family day, family time. I don't do the whole, you know what I mean? What they all say Thanksgiving is. So we know that ain't the truth. So, and my people are indigenous people of this land. So, I'm celebrated by people too.
Mm-hmm. It's an eat day. It's a eat day, cheat day. That's what Thanksgiving is.
Cheat day. Eat day. Well, what you plan on eating?
Well, I'm going to Shauna's house. Her mom always cooks for the holidays, so I'm gonna be over there, and she's cooking. You know, what the song say? Green bean, tomato, turkey, ham, hog, dog.
Right. That really was a thing when that little video came out, when her song came out. You name it.
It was like a whole. It's crazy how that. Yeah, this year's been a little different. You haven't really been seeing a lot of holiday stuff, like viral holiday stuff, or just like people just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't feel the same this Thanksgiving.
I feel like people went out on Halloween though. I feel like Halloween people were decorating their house. They were.
Oh yeah, people went out for Halloween for sure.
Halloween. I think Thanksgiving. I don't know. For New Year's, I feel like everybody got psyched out New Year's for 2019 because everybody was like, 2020 is about to be my year. 2020 is when I'm about to and then it was Corona, and I've talked about that. You know what I mean? So every time New Year's come around now, I'm gonna be like, man, that one New Year's where everybody was like, I'm on my shit, the whole world just came to a halt.
Yeah. Man.
And people did die, and we're not laughing at that, but it's just the fact that we lost a lot of people, but just prior to that, the social media was like popping with 2020, 2020.
It was.
You know what I mean? Thanksgiving, it does feel like, So even with Christmas, I feel like I don't see a whole lot of Christmas stuff out right now.
People just, I don't know, like having that time off to not really enjoy it or get in that mold, breaking the mold of it, and then it's just things are just very different. So people, I don't know, it's like that whole. I think it's gonna take some time for all that to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just the gathering, people just getting used to. It's like, well, I'll see you on Skype. Like what? Like those are options people have but never thought about. So.
Right. That's very
and
true.
then so it's just it's a lot that's changed. It's a lot that's changed. Like but I mean we'll know tomorrow. Like even just seeing like the stores, it wasn't like a big rush like I thought it was gonna be. Thanksgiving Day it's like crazy. Everybody's just kind of like whatever. I guess we'll get a turkey. Like
definitely. And so for me, like I'm gonna see my family, but like for the rest of the day, I just want to be home. That's how I feel. Like I
want to eat and then I want to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I want to work. I got shit I need to get, together. So
yeah, definitely.
That's how I'm looking at it. I'm gonna be working this brain and working this mouth. And then after that, I'm gonna be working that bed.
Right? I'm all about it. So, we just had the AMAs. Did you watch them? I didn't get to watch a whole thing, but I did see like the clip bits. I got to watch a couple things.
It's too much shit going on. I didn't even know. And then I was like, the AMAs, I was like, it was the Soul Train Awards.
Right.
But they didn't show that yet. They just did the taping. I'm just shit. I'm like, and then we just have another award. They just coming too quick. I don't understand.
The video music,
VMA.
The VMAs. Yeah, we had that. And I do feel like, and then there was a whole Astro World and all these performances. I do feel like there's so many awards and festivals and all these things that have been just thrown out. This seems like a lot. And maybe because all of the majority of the things were canceled last year. So it's like everybody's just going in, you know what I mean? But Cardi B did her thing as a host. I was actually pretty, I thought that was great for her so she could be herself.
To me, her like come on. She got her shit up, honey.
Well,
that's how I know you've been in. I know you've been in that kitchen working. You got that hair up. You said, "Bitch, it's too hot in the kitchen. It's too hot in the kitchen."
Hot in the kitchen. I'm tired. I've been making pies and cakes and puddings. Okay. I got that auntie headache. My feet up. I got to get back up at 5 a.m. and start over again.
So you doing the cooking? So everybody coming to your house?
Well, not everybody. Everybody doing their own like kind of little own thing. This is the Thanksgiving pot. Do what you feel. Like if you feel like coming out, there's somewhere for you to go. If you feel like coming to pick up a plate, this was the one I decided I was gonna be still. Because last year I was at my daughter's house, which was a wonderful time. But this year I'm gonna be home and just relax and really get focused, ready, excited about 2022. So much is going on, right, in the world.
Yeah. So much is going on right now. What you cooking, though? That's what I want to know. What you make?
Oh, girl, I got turkey. I got Cornish hen, collard greens, yams, mac and cheese.
Today I need to catch a flight. Ooh.
Yeah, today I cooked the greens. I started doing my gravy. So I started boiling my turkey and my turkey gizzards and all that stuff to make my gravy, the giblet gravy.
Okay.
I love gizzard gravy.
You gotta have that giblet gravy. You ain't got no giblet gravy. You ain't got no gravy.
And you know what? Everybody doesn't do that. Everybody does not do that.
I'm from the South, so we're gonna have some sage in there. We're gonna have some celery and carrots and stuff. We're gonna have all that goodness, and you're gonna eat well. And so I'm excited. I'm making devil eggs for appetizers.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do devil eggs with turkey bacon garnish. I saw that like on there. I saw a little TikTok. I said, I want to do that too. I want to do that. I want to put some turkey bacon on avocado, a little chili pepper. I don't try something different this year.
You can
and I'm gonna make a strawberry cheesecake and a guava cheese pie. Guava pies.
You doing this all yourself?
Yeah, that's why I started today.
That's why her hair up. The way it is
today, and that's why when I leave from you guys, I'm going immediately to sleep, and I'll probably be up about 5 o'clock and start like my go ahead and put my turkey in because I just marinated the turkey tonight, and I marinated the Cornish hen tonight because I really like that to be cooked on that day, so I don't have to warm it up.
Yeah,
right? So I rather get up at like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, so it's not all the way. It doesn't have to be like warm from like the refrigerator warm. So I might get up like 6 to start boiling my water. I also did the stuff for my potato salad.
Okay.
So I boiled my potatoes and my eggs for my potato salad. So I did a lot of prepping today. And like when I get off, I might go ahead and peel my yams and make my yam gravy. You know, I gotta make my yam gravy. If y'all don't know how to make the yam gravy, let me tell y'all been doing y'all yams wrong for years. If you just put the dry yams in there and you throw the butter and you throw the cinnamon, you've been doing it wrong for years. Let me tell you, you're gonna make use of butter. You're gonna take your butter and you're gonna saute that pan, and then you're gonna put your brown sugar and your cinnamon, and you're gonna make you're gonna drizzle it with a little I like to use my little spatula, or you can use a whipper. And you're gonna make that, and then you're gonna drizzle that over your yams, and then put it in the oven. So you got a little sauce, and let that bake down in it. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens a lot of times, yeah, it will make it on juice, but you know, just when you go, people, and they got all that juice in the yams because you done all the juice.
Okay. Well, you know,
some good yams, and then you know you got to throw your marshmallows on them.
Oh, see, like you all see, like. I can cook, but you cook. Like you.
Oh yeah, I'm granny cooking. I'm cooking like your grandma and them in the kitchen. You know I got some cornbread in there because you got greens. You got to have some cornbread. You know, so I got my cornbread.
Cornbread. You know about that pollen? I had some biscuit yesterday with the pollen. Woo! Was a
crispy crunchy. Crispy crunchy.
And did y'all have some collard green juice with that cornbread?
Oh no, they didn't have all that.
They have like, no fried food, but they had like these honey biscuits, child, and they were warm.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, at the last restaurant I worked at, I made some collard greens so good. And listen, my chef was worried because we had ran out of meat. We didn't have no kind of smoked turkey. And I said, let me tell you something. I don't need no meat to make no good greens. Give me them greens. And girl, the greens was so good. The people came, and I had made these little cornbread muffins, so they wanted the juice. The people said, can we get some more of the juice to dip the cornbread in, girl? They was dipping the juice in the cornbread.
Ooh, that's when you know it's good.
Girl, I said, now you know. So I'm excited. I'm excited to eat, and I'm happy to have most of my food cooked by like 2 o'clock. Because I'm not one of them people that want to.
That's the time.
Yeah, I don't like to go to my house and tell me what time we eat, and they just finished cooking at 6. Like,
so what time do you feel is like a good time Thanksgiving for people to start eating? What's y'all time?
Okay, let me just say this to you. Let's just say this to you. If you have older family members, then you know you need to be eating by 2 o'clock. Okay, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Older family members don't want to eat too late because they want to be asleep by 6 or 7. Okay, 8 o'clock, they're in the bed. Okay. It's past their bedtime. Granny don't want to be out. She got to get home. She want to take some plates. Everybody should be at the house by 6 o'clock. It's Thanksgiving. I mean, anybody that's coming after 8, they plan on staying late. They the drinkers. And they want to play cards or something.
6 o'clock is like a decent time for
well, not for the young adults. Young adults, 6, 7 o'clock is fine because you don't have, like, if you're doing a friend anniversary, you know, you don't got no older people coming over. We all like 21, 30 something, you know. 6, 7 o'clock fair because you want to give yourself fashionable time to be dressed cute. Okay,
family's daytime. Yeah, family's daytime and homies is nighttime.
Well, homies are like a little bit like in between, right? They're like 6, 7-ish. You know, the girlfriend that's gonna help you set up, she should be there by 6, 7, or the guy friend, whoever's gonna help you set up can come early. Okay.
I'm too busy collecting plates from other houses between 4 and 6.
Okay, so you the friend. Look, so you the friend that bring the ice. You the friend that bring the ice. Okay,
simple.
You bring the ice and some cups and some sodas later, because that's what we're gonna run out of by the time you get to the party. Okay. We're gonna need some more soda and ice.
I'm a chips and drink kind of girl. I'm not doing it. I'm too busy getting plates from everybody. That's what I'm saying. We always know it's like, okay, so we finna go to this person's house. Then we gotta go that because we just going and collecting plates. Somebody calling, hey, come get this food. I got too much food, or I made your favorite, whatever. So you know, you done eating around, like I say, like between 2 and 4. That's how we do it, family time. After that, it's free range. We going to people's houses, and then whoever you end up, that's where you end up. But I'm collecting plates because everybody got a something. This auntie got a certain pie. Different. Yes, but got a certain pie you want, but you know that cousin, whoever, she got a certain type of greens, like, you know what I'm saying. So you gotta go collect your faves from everybody's house. Yeah. So the next day you have You don't have leftovers full of like, well, I don't really like, Keisha greens, like, but
Right.
her turkey is the shit. You know what I'm saying? So at least you
I
get a
ain't
little
even
bit
gonna
of
take Keisha greens if I don't like them. I ain't gonna take her greens if I don't like them. I'm gonna say,
But
girl,
see,
don't
them
put
be the people that like to fix your plate. I love to fix my plate because I
Let me
don't
tell you
need you
something. No,
wasting
let me
no
tell you. On
food.
Thanksgiving, I don't want you to fix my plate. Thanksgiving, let me tell you how this goes down because I don't want you to put no shit I don't eat. I don't want to waste it. I know you might have spent some change on it and give
And
it to the
certain
people that might
foods
eat
I don't
that.
like touching. I don't like touching. My family does not care. My daddy, he will sit there, he'll put the cake on top of everything. He'll be eating cake and greens. I'll be like, what the? It's all going the same place. I said, but it's not tasting the same.
I like
He's so damn
Let me
country.
tell you something. That's an old Southern man. Where he from?
Yeah.
Where he from, girl? I mean,
Florida. That's
yeah,
Florida. White
yeah,
Springs,
obviously that's the
Florida.
most down Southern stuff
Yeah.
right there.
Be like everything just on one plate. I'm like, Dad, you don't want to sell. Oh no, boy. Like, okay, well, do your thing.
She's from Mississippi, so like I don't eat everybody's turkey, but I'll eat hers because hers is moist and you got the gravy. My auntie, she be making the great mac and cheese. So do my grandmother and the cornbread. And my auntie always makes a sakatumi cake. That's what I love. I'll be looking forward to cake. And then my grandma will be making lemon cake. And that's she used to be a chef. She used to be a cook. So like all that, I don't eat a whole lot of turkey though, unless
I do. Ooh, I love turkey in that gravy.
Let me tell you, you would eat my turkey because my turkey fall off the bone. Okay, I'm like your grandma. I cook that turkey in the bag, old school. You know, they cook them turkeys in the bag and then they take it out and then they let it get crispy at the top.
Yeah.
Cook it in the bag so it can be nice and juicy and moist. You don't like no dry turkey. Don't nobody want no dry turkey.
Ain't nobody want no dry turkey.
But that's because people don't know. People don't understand what that bag is about. They don't understand.
The bag is to keep all the moisture.
And you got to put a little flour in that bag before you cook that bird. A lot of people just put the bird in the bag. You got to read the directions of the bag, y'all.
Right. Definitely got to read the directions of the bag. But I haven't tried to cook no turkey, but I have cooked Thanksgiving meal before, and I did a pretty good job.
I don't like cooking no damn turkey.
Nah.
Normally I would cook the turkey wings. Like I always, but this year I have a little small turkey. And I'm going to do Cornish hen. And I normally would do oxtails or curry goat, but we do that every year. Because my husband's Jamaican. So this year we just said we're going to tone it down a little bit.
Well, happy Indigenous Peoples Day, y'all. You know, Thanksgiving to me is the family day. You know, I don't go with the whole holiday Thanksgiving, but I celebrate Indigenous people because some of my people is Indigenous of this land.
I was going to say, that's what I was going to say. This is really what it is for us. I take it as a time to celebrate and get together. And people don't have to rush back to work. They get an extra day off.
Right. So let's get into, some serious stuff real quick because we got Kyle Rittenhouse running around looking like American hero now. And he wasn't charged for none of that. And Trump had put some information. There's a picture of him and Trump, and there's another politician that said that he could be an intern there. So homie is being celebrated in the mofo right now. And he did an interview and talking about I support the Black Lives Matter. All of that stuff was scripted. And I should be looking at the screen like they really think he knows.
Like, child, that acting, that crying job, like, child.
Well, let me just say to you, and that's partially probably why I have a headache as well, because I'm really just tired. Not the yarner. It's kind of like bullshit. I don't mean to say it. It's like we all know it. We've seen it before. I mean, we've seen it with Trayvon Martin, which George Zimmerman got off, and he actually killed the young man. He had no rights to chase. He was not a police officer. He was not even a parole officer. He was a neighborhood watch, and he actually was able to kill a young man that was visiting his father, and the guy that was trying to get away. You aggressively attacked him, right? And he was fighting back, and you got away with murder. So I just want Black people to understand, like I was having a conversation the other day about learning gun laws. You got to learn the same way they learn laws before you go out here when you protesting and when you reaching and you got people videoing, just the same way they got people videoing, have somebody videoing for you too.
Right. For real.
Because it's always going to be a narrative changed. You know what I mean? I know right now if the police start trying to stop me, we gonna ride all the way to somewhere some people at. You ain't gonna stop me where ain't no people at.
My mama always said
You
that.
ain't gonna stop me on no road,
that.
call it a high speed chase. I'm gonna call it a scare for my life. I don't know what you was gonna do to me if you caught me on the road by myself. I could have been Sandra Blade.
Right.
So I'm just saying we're at a time right now where a lot of stuff is not really making sense, but it's being, I almost, like I said, I feel like we're in the Matrix. People worried about going out of space and shit. Like they trying to talk about life on other planets. We can't even get this planet right. So what the hell I want to go to another planet for?
Well, this definitely has sparked a huge thing that a person could take a gun, go across state lines, and kill somebody and get off. And now he's celebrated as a hero, getting interviewed, and people giving him internship, and all that kind of stuff. Taking a picture with Trump. That's only igniting more of that fire. You know what I mean? And we're looking at it right in front of our eyes, just like you said, Trina. We living in the Matrix for sure. And it's just like they're doing it right in front of our face. And so the people who are, sometimes I don't like using that word woke all the time because people have made that a trend. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not just being woke. It's like your third eye is open. You see what's right in front of you. And it's no manipulating, no going to ring around the rosies. You see what is right in your face. And it's so disturbing that people don't. I know everybody have different views and things like that, but when it comes to fundamentals of human beings, you know what I mean, for people to be arguing this. I was watching The View, and there was a lady on there that was basically kind of supporting it. To me, it sounded as she was saying, looking at it from a different perspective.
No, listen, I have a person that I know well that is a friend of mine, and she was actually saying, well, did you watch the case? Because if you watch the case, you would see that he was defending himself and he was going to protect his grandmothers or grandfathers. Like, she had a whole story, and I'm like, this is a black person. Mm-mm. So that there has to be, there's a narrative. They're running a narrative, right? If I could get enough black people not to believe, but into black people to believe that black people are still caught up into what, like even my same friend was, like we'll talk about slavery and we have a different view. She always be like, well, we were roaring black people in the 40s and 50s. It was in the 60s and 70s when we as black people lost it because we chose to want to be separated. Now, I don't know about what we chose to do, but I know there was also people playing it just like in any other organization with black people, just like we got sold into slavery. There are also black people that easy to be bought for the things that they want, right? There's always somebody that's willing to sell out another nigga. I would say it like that, right? Not to say it in that way, but like, I'll sell you out because I want more. And we live at a time where, I didn't live through slavery, but I know my grandmother and great grandmother them did, and they actually were affected by it, and it affected how we actually are living our lives now because we don't get all the benefits. We don't get the better education. We have to pay more for private schools, which are HBCUs, which they should be free because in most of these states, like Florida and other states, they can go to school for free.
Right.
So why is it HBCUs when our grandfathers and great grandfathers and most of our ancestors have paid some kind of price for us to be here? Why shouldn't we have an educational opportunity to have that choice? Most of us have so much debt in student loans, black people, because we just don't have the money to go to school.
And then you see with the HBCUs, the students were protesting because they were saying there was some issues with their dorm room.
Yeah, no, they never get to find. If you go to the other colleges, they got all the high tech stuff. The HBCUs, no matter how much money they raise and get, the teachers get more money. The tenures, the ones that stay there for tenured and all that crazy stuff, they make more money, but the students suffer. So it's like the educators make more money in those schools. I know for firsthand, like I paid so much money for my daughter to go to HBCU, and it was, to me, it was all a ripoff. Like at the end of the day, I mean, she's making money, but she would have made that as she went to any other school.
Right.
She didn't make any more money than anybody anywhere else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's something that's interesting to watch, that everything going on. and then other groups of people are getting money, grants, pardon for certain things, and it's just right in front of our face. It's just BS. And now it's funny how this Kyle Rittenhouse situation. Now Ahmaud Arbery, all three men were found guilty. So
completely opposite.
Well, they knew after this last one, if they had found these people at any way when this man was just jogging the neighborhood, not guilty.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have been. Black Friday would have been Black Friday for real.
It would have been Black Friday. So I just feel like I feel like all that's made up. Like, okay,
that judge too. That I don't know who that judge was, but he was cutting all the bullshit that he was like, bitch, no, he was chopping it left and right. Like the judge has a lot to do with it too, because when I look at just the juxtapose between the two judges, the mentality, the perspective, just the approach, everything was completely different. It was like one was like, I'm here to do a job, and I know this is bullshit. Like if he could just call bullshit and I didn't go through the case, he would just been like, lock him up. And the other one, totally different perspective. And like a lot of these states be having these, I like to call them kicking can laws. These old laws from like 1930 and 1940 that they ain't never changed. And we think that things are just all across the board, everywhere, every county, every state. It's not. So like Trina was saying about learning some of these laws and learning and having a perspective, because what's going down in that county ain't going down in this county. You might be able to get away with that over there, but when you cross those county lines, and Georgia is big for that, you gotta know exactly where you are driving through Georgia.
Exactly. What might work for Billy Bob, what might work for Billy Bob might not work for you.
And in Georgia, it's the black officers that's stopping everybody, which is interesting. They're the ones doing a lot of the shaky shit in ATL in those areas. Like people talk about it all the time. You'd be like, "What the hell?" It's like, I don't need you to give me a break, but you trying to just I don't know if you collecting a fee per stop or arrest.
But no, let me just say they got a certain quota that they have to make. That's part of their job. So tickets, just like you got the parking ticket people, that's part of their job. So many tickets they get, citations they write up, that shows that they on their job.
Exactly.
They show getting their quota in LA. Trust me, they're getting their quota here.
Oh yeah. We have a comment from a viewer on IG. They said, because of the verdict, the narrative is now America isn't racist. Now, as far as Kyle Rittenhouse being let off, then Ahmaud Arbery's killers being found guilty. So it's also playing that game.
No, I mean, they knew they could not have came with another not guilty, not back to back. No, not right. Let me tell you something.
In that case.
Let me tell you what they know they won't gonna do. They was not gonna have two not guilties the weekend of Thanksgiving, Black Friday sales. They was not gonna do that to themselves. They were not going to do that to the retailers.
Right. Because
you would have had one half of the black people protesting not to shop, and you would have had the other going shopping but not paying.
Definitely. And then some businesses would have, there could have been a riot.
Or they would have closed. They might not open because they can't afford to lose right now. Right. See, I don't know how people do it. I've never got enough nerve where I felt like when they get that mad, I want to go out stealing shit from people. I ain't never got that mad where I want to go taking TVs and nothing. Like I don't need, that's just a whole different type of mentality. And so we all are not the same. So it always is mind boggling to me when they be like, well, if you was right there. No, nigga, even if I was right there, I don't think I'm run up in the store in Best Buy to go get a TV knowing there's cameras. Okay, wait,
what's you about to say, Apollo? I see you put your head in.
Okay, now some things.
Go ahead and tell on yourself.
And my uncle sometimes he will be like, because my mom is very like by the book. Like you could give her $30 and she's gonna make sure you gave her extra money. Like you down to the cent. Like that's my mom. Her brother, his approach, and he's the doctor, mind you. Don't be slapping God's hand when he's giving you a blessing, basically. So there was this video where this armory truck, I think it was in San Francisco, I think it tipped over or something, and all the money was out on the freeway.
That's
and everybody,
that's a different type of blessing. That's a different type of blessing, though. That's a different type of blessing. That's unmarked money. That's a truck that fucked up. That's not you running up in the store.
But they're getting in trouble though.
Stealing the TV while at the same time your face is on the monitor.
Those people are getting in trouble.
But wait, that's my point, because there was this white lady and this white guy, and they went on live, and they were like, "Oh my God, all this free money!" They were just like grabbing it and getting it and blah. And then the next day, it was like the FBI. Do you know these people? We're searching for these people.
I did not see that.
Yeah, so I guess they're stealing. So that's what it was like. When do you know if it's God's blessing or? I mean, because it was people that was smart. They was like this. They was like collecting money. Like, in a situation, what do you do? Like,
let me tell you something.
I would have
been like the people with the mask. I would have had both of my masks on, and I would have been no. I've been all on that highway getting that money, boy. I would have been getting that, but I wouldn't have ran to no Best Buy. No. And I ain't gonna run up in no Target or no Target in your neighborhood. Like they be killing the Target and whatever else store they got around there that's killing.
They swear I don't know why they be swearing. They think I'm gonna tell y'all something. The most raggediest stores, I can tell you their camera is on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is on and it is on. You might not think it's not on, but trust me, it is on. The most hoodest of stores, they got cameras and they are on because they know. Yeah. They know. They already know. So we can't afford to fix our sign, but we're gonna afford these cameras.
So y'all, the message is some money's falling from the sky. Don't do a live video. Cover your face, grab your money.
Cover your face.
Don't let the world know this. We're on interstate such and such.
That was so stupid. Like I saw that on Instagram. I was just like, why would you put? People are real like.
No, let me just say this to you. Let me say something to you. If I haven't seen anything else, what TikTok has taught me is that you got to be grateful, because there's people out here that got some shit going on, and you be thinking you got it going bad. So you see a person who got like hands as feet, or no butt at all, like just born with top and legs. Like it's a lot of things going on. It's some people up there, they got so much self-love for themselves. And I mean, when I look at them, I'm like, let me tell you something. If I ever see somebody have a bad day, y'all just need to look at TikTok. I'm serious. If you ever having a bad day, watch TikTok. It's gonna motivate you. You're gonna see some people. You're gonna be like, now let me say, if she or he can have that much confidence, who am I to be sitting over here worried about a pinky toe?
Okay? That's true. Because when seriously. I tell you, everybody from every age. Yeah, that's true. People up here
they got their booty in the front and the back and the side. They got a lot of things going on. It was one lady, I don't know what's going on up in here, but she be doing dances, and I mean, she happy as a motherfucker. I said, you know what? I wish I would be mad about something. I don't care. I wish I would. Listen, if you got one lopsided ticket, you doing okay. It's a girl that got some titties down to her knees.
Ooh.
She happy. She doing nails. She talking about she about to do nails. She got a whole man that love her, and them titties look like they are about to take her whole body off. Like it look like a truck. Ooh. And nothing about it looks comfortable. Okay? Well, nothing about it.
She is showing them off.
No, she can't help them. They're just there. They're that big.
That's TikTok is people embracing the things about them that before they didn't necessarily have a platform. Or so TikTok has given everyday average people
Let me
Like,
tell you something. People
you
that
know, yeah, it's true.
listen, dwarfs. I don't mean to say it like that, but like people that you be like
little people, yeah.
Oh, like the black dude with the dreads. Have you seen him? The little short black dude with the dreads. He is so funny.
Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
He is so funny.
I done seen a lot of stuff up there. Like they got a lot going on. I don't mean to say that, but I'm like, listen, it's a lot of confidence on TikTok. And all I know is if you ever having a bad day,
I have students that come to me and be like, can you teach me this on TikTok? And they haven't really embodied the movement or the soul of the music. And they just want to tick, 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 tick. And if they got like two moves down, their confidence just shot all the way up. But then it's like this is your attention span. It's like it's shortening your attention span actually. You know what I mean?
Because it's not making them learn the work, the process.
Right. The funny part, I was watching Demolition Man. I've been telling y'all, like, you know, watching Total Recall, Demolition Man, all the movies, Matrix back in the day. I'm seeing that today. And there was a scene where when Wesley Snipes got out, remember after they came, y'all seen Demolition Man, right?
Yeah.
So you know when they brought him to 2030, whatever, and he broke out and he robbed the spot and killed people.
Mm-hmm.
Was like they were like, we don't know where he's at. They're like, well, we'll just look out for the TikToks. They'll let us know where he's at. I was like,
oh yeah, TikTok. I remember.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, so like all this stuff, they're just trying to shorten our brain usage because we don't use 100% of our brain. So they're trying to make us use less and less and less and less of it. So then our focus is just on, I gotta get that. All I gotta do is snap my finger and I can make it happen. And then if it doesn't, then they can roll over the next person, fumble the other person like Squid Games until they, you know.
No, let me tell you something, sis. You're on to something because let me tell you, it's the truth. How is it people like, I'm telling you, people can get on TikTok and become famous from just going viral. One baby said, I did this dance on TikTok and went viral. And it's a little baby doing a little roll in the shoulders.
Right.
I did my dance on TikTok and I went viral. And everybody now you see them doing their little shoulders. And mind you, the shoulders of how the Kappas do it. You know, the Kappas do that. And so the Kappas do this all the time. Now all of a sudden you see the little white baby doing it. Now everybody on TikTok saying, I did my thing and it went viral. I did my dance on TikTok and it went viral, and all you see the little white baby doing the shoulders. I'm like, see,
and you know what I realized? I guess what I have to really get into TikTok because I thought I used to think it was all dancing, but it's not. No. It's just literally creative, artistic content as a whole.
Yes.
At like the acting, like everything. And I used to think I didn't like it because everybody imitating the same thing, but seeing how people their versions of the same thing. That's the creative thing I like to see.
Okay.
Like everybody recites the same whatever with the same voice, but just seeing their creative ways. It's like, everybody is very creative in their own way. So that is the interesting thing about like that.
You can be
you really get to see personality. Like that's what's hard for me on TikTok. You have to be in front of me to get my personality, like for real. Like it's hard to do it like this. Like,
even as I tried to do a couple TikToks and I got exhausted, even though it's not difficult to operate it, but us being original personalities, it's like we want to fix this and this, okay, this don't look right, go back. And then this new generation is like, we don't care how it looks, let me just put it out. You know what I mean?
Yep. It's so hard to do that.
Because I think Instagram was exhausting at one point, always posting. So then there's another thing where you got to post. That stuff just gets exhausting, but it is good to use that as a platform, especially for promoting your brand and all those kind of things and what you're trying to do. So it's like, I just say, don't feel like you got to rush. I feel like there was a rush with Instagram at one point, especially with entertainers, dancers, actors. Like, let me put this out. And TikTok is like, you could just be walking down the street, do something real quick, post that, and it could get 1,000 views.
Mm-hmm.
So,
at TikTok, you can just do food reviews and go viral. You can do anything. You can walk down the street in your heels every day and be a heel and pole something.
And that's it. So Well, you know, we like we said, this is interesting and going back to what we were talking about with Kyle Rittenhouse and Ahmaud Arbery. We have this. This is the latest news on everything. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Kyle Rittenhouse. How far they're going to push him. He's going to get a publicist. He's going to do more interviews. I want to see what they're going to do with this.
He's going to be just like George Zimmerman.
Yeah,
but he's gonna have his moment of fame, and then be walking around and just
younger. And I think he might have a little bit more stride and more. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a little different than Zimmerman.
I think it is too. I think it is because this time it's not. This isn't necessarily a race thing as far as the victims are concerned.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not us. So so that's one of the things that makes this very different.
But he still killed 2 people.
Yeah. So it's
and that's
now
the point I'm trying to make, because that's what my friend was saying. She's like, but it was people want to make it a black and white thing, but it wasn't. He killed 2 people. I don't care. He killed 2 people. I don't care if they were green.
Mm-hmm.
He killed 2 people because he didn't like that they were protesting about Black Lives Matter.
Right.
Yeah, even though he tried to say that he supports it. But that's the thing. It's not a our fight this time. It's more of a fight of justice overall. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like
what is justice in America for black people?
Ain't none.
It goes back to what y'all was saying.
I don't mean to cut you off. The fact that they just letting out the people that they know didn't kill Malcolm X.
And then his daughter was.
And then she just died. Yeah.
But did she die, or did she just? She probably was over this shit. Like, y'all know that the men didn't kill my father.
I don't know. I think that's another conspiracy thing, possibly.
But who would want to kill her?
She found dead in her apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but who would want to kill her?
Exactly.
I don't know. That's something I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. But
I don't think they have no reason to. She could have died of a broken heart. She could have died of these men been in jail when they knew the whole time that the federal government had her father killed. Like, it's very hard to be in a place that we call the land of the free when we know we're not free. That's why people keep going through all this shit about the vaccine and all that. It's like, yo, if they want to find y'all, they can find you. Your telephone,
your credit cards,
everything that you own, you found. Okay.
I don't think people realize their credit card has a chip in it. That's a chip.
Your social security number. Okay. All your emails, even though you delete messages, can be pulled back up. Don't y'all get it now?
Well, see, circling back to what we were saying about the Kyle Rittenhouse, what I was saying is, even though he killed 2 white people, and like y'all were saying, he was still at a Black Lives Matter or an event about racism. You know what I mean? About black people being killed. So it's still all tied together because white people back in the day killed white people who were helping black people. So it's still, and I think some people are saying, oh, this is about all of us now. It's still about black people. It still is that hatred for black
people. Now, had he did that at a rally for them, or just a freedom march for just...
Oh, no, he would have been in jail.
Right, no. Had he did that when they went to...
LGBTQ pride.
Right, or when they went to storm the White House, like, that would have been a whole different situation. But it was because where he did it at and how he did it and the reason he did it, right? It was almost like to make an example. Y'all keep marching if you want to. Somebody not going to come home.
Exactly. There it is, right there. And we're living in America. But you know what? There's things going on all around the world. Even though we're talking about what's going on here in America, there's so many things going on around the world. And I try to stay, into what's going on. But, sometimes it can be a lot. And I still have to go into my creative space. So now that we're in this time of, the seasons going to winter, yin energy time, this is really the time to go within self, because what we see on television, all these award shows, all this politics, all this injustice is going to make people go even more mad and more crazy. And on top of that, the coronavirus, the different vaccines, the arguments about this and that. And going back to TikTok, that's what people are going to be going to. So many more people are signing into TikTok because they need some type of entertainment. So, you know, but we've been entertained. We had the AMAs, and then we had the Dancing with the Stars. Iman Shumpert won with his partner. He's the first NBA player to win.
Okay.
And now we're entering Sag season. And you know, shout out to all the Sagittarius.
Yes,
yeah, and you know, this is a time for everybody to have gratitude. I always say that. If nothing else, I'm grateful for to have food, to be home, to have not be in the hospital with no family.
Yeah.
So I take those things, if nothing else, at this time. The world is going mad, but I'm keeping myself and my mind, like you said, at peace, knowing that I have so much to be grateful for. And I think if we all think like that, because this is a very depressive time for a lot of people. A lot of people have lost loved ones, they miss people. And this is a time where you have to do a lot of self-love so that you can, you know, bloom and project out what you would want to receive, right? So even if you go inward, just make sure you find some way to love, right? Because when you open up to love, love is receptive, you know. So if you love flowers, spend time with flowers. I just signed up to volunteer next week, you know, to at a food bank, you know, just to take a day out of my, you know, even if I do it once or twice a month, just to go at a food bank, just to put in some time with somebody who's way less fortunate than me.
Yeah. Well, that's what we got to do, and we got to help each other out, and we got to build ourselves and keep building community. So right on with that. So we basically we talked about a lot today, and I know it's Thanksgiving Eve, and we all got to get back to preparing for tomorrow. I know go prepare for cooking, and Apollo got to prepare to eat and sell his clothes for Black Friday. I did my workshop for how to hustle smart. So we all, you know, busy, blessed people. So I want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight, and thank you guys for coming in today on Thanksgiving Eve. We will be back next week.
Yes, and we will be much perkier, and I would definitely be ready with more pizzazz and jazz. But right now, I am ready to take this ass to bed. I love you guys. I'll see you next week this time. This is when you know you're getting old. This is like late night for me right now. I feel like late night.
Well, thank you all. Everybody have a good holiday, and we will see you next week. Ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. Ooh. Sex, love, and relationships with tips you don't want to miss. Keeping it sassy with all the swag. Don't you want to kiss? Wednesday hump day, we're making it a fun day. You don't have to hit it rough. From the West Coast to the East Coast, let me see you throw it up. Stop by, drop a like, and we'll say what's up.